Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make real chocolate cream pie. No pudding mixes here. We are making a real chocolate cream pie from scratch using real chocolate. We're not even using cocoa powder. This is so good. It's my favorite pie of all time. Now, the first thing that you'll need is a prepared pie crust. You can use a regular pastry pie crust. You can make a chocolate pie crust, or what I like to use is actually a graham cracker pie crust. You can buy pre-made, or I'm going to show you quickly how to make your own. To start, you'll need 1.5 cups of crushed graham cracker, or you could use chocolate graham crackers or even Oreo. To that, we'll add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar and give it a quick stir to combine. If you're using Oreo though, I would skip the sugar because it has that cream filling in the middle. Then you're going to slowly drizzle in 6 tablespoons of melted butter. You should end up with a mixture that looks like wet sand. Then you'll scoop this into a standard 9-inch pie plate, not a deep dish, just a regular one. Then you'll just use your hand to gently press this down, and press it up the sides as well to form a little pie crust. Then you'll bake this in a 375-degree oven for 7 minutes until the edges are golden brown. Once it's done, place it on a wire rack to cool completely. Next, we'll make our chocolate pie filling, which is done on the stove. But before you head to the stove, you'll want to separate out 3 egg yolks into a bowl like this. And you can see the bowl is too large for the egg yolks, but that's exactly what we need, because we're gonna add some of our hot chocolate mixture to the egg yolks to temper them before adding them in with the rest of our chocolate mixture. So it just helps if you have these already separated and set aside ready to go. For our chocolate filling, you'll need 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and 1/3 cup of cornstarch, which will thicken this up. You wanna whisk this together really quick. Then you're gonna pour in 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of heavy cream, 3 ounces of unsweetened, roughly chopped baking chocolate, and I like to add in 3 tablespoons of milk chocolate chips. Then we'll get this heating over medium heat. You want to stir this constantly until the chocolate melts and the mixture starts to thicken. It kind of seems wrong at first because it looks so grainy as the chocolate starts to melt. It'll continue to look wrong for quite a while here until suddenly it looks nice and smooth and creamy. So just trust me and have a little patience, and do not increase the heat. Keep it over medium. Now, just as things start to smooth out, the mixture will also start to thicken. So at this point, I turn off the heat for a second, and what you'll want to do, we'll see if I can do this backwards here for you, is pour a little bit of that chocolate mixture in with the egg yolks and whisk it really quickly. And then you'll immediately whisk this back in with your chocolate pudding. You want to work quickly on this so that you don't get any cooked little chunks of egg yolk. Turn the heat back on to medium and let this cook for another 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Then we'll turn off the heat completely, and then we'll stir in 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract until it's completely combined and that butter is all the way melted. Then we'll pour this immediately into our completely cooled pie crust. Kind of spread it out so that it's in an even layer. You'll want to let this cool for about 30 minutes before popping it into the fridge and allowing it to cool completely before you add any whipped cream on top. Now, you can add just plain whipped cream, you can do the little stuff from a can, you could even do Cool Whip. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but you could if you really want to. But what I'm going to show you how to make is a stabilized whipped cream that will stay good on top of the pie for several days. That will start by sprinkling 1 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin over 3 tablespoons of cold water in a small bowl, just like this. So sprinkle it on top and let it sit. This will need to stand for 5 minutes, so we're going to set it aside, and in the meantime, we're going to whip some cream. I'm going to pour 1 cup of heavy cream into a large mixing bowl and start whipping this with a hand mixer until it reaches soft peaks. Now, once you get soft peaks here, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix this in real quick. Now, before we get to stiff peaks, You want to take your gelatin mixture, and we're going to pop this in the microwave for just 5 to 10 seconds until the mixture runs clear. Well, mostly clear. I mean, it's a liquid again, and that's what you're looking for. Next, we're going to slowly pour this in while we continue to whip until we reach stiff peaks. Stiff peaks meaning that you can lift it up and these little peaks hold their shape and don't collapse back on themselves. Now, whatever you do, do not attempt to add the whipped cream to the pie while it is still warm. It needs to be completely cooled. In fact, mine has cooled in the fridge overnight. You could pipe this into cool designs, but all I'm gonna do is just plop it on and spread it out. Now, if you spread it out like this and you still want it to be a little prettier, you can garnish it with some shaved chocolate, or you can give it just a light dusting of cocoa powder. Or you could even do both. This pie is ready to eat. It'll stay good in the fridge for about 3 to 4 days. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.